The Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA, is asking Maine's fire departments to apply for grants to upgrade their equipment.
It is part of a $330 million federal grant program that is looking to help fire departments all across the country. Portland's fire department has already used some of that grant money to help pay for lung cancer screenings for its firefighters. News Center Maine's Sam Olson is at the department's Marine Division headquarters with more on how that screening impacted one fireman's life. Hi, Sam.
Brian and Amanda, FEMA's intention with this program is to increase firefighter safety as they face potential long-term health risks. One Portland firefighter was able to get a lung cancer screening when the department used its FEMA money for the scans, and it was a scan that potentially saved his life.
Dave Crowley is a lieutenant in the Marine Division of Portland's fire department. He's been a firefighter in Portland for the past 24 years.
It's been a heck of a ride.
But that love for his career could have cost him much more. When the department said it was going to give free lung cancer screenings, Crowley thought, why not?
He said, we're going to take 50 people, and they called up and said, okay, you're number 51, sorry, you're not going. And bring them in and send them to the hospital.
It wasn't until one of his coworkers dropped out that he secured a spot in the screening. Little did he know, the doctors would find a spot on his lungs that wouldn't have been caught without early detection.
The eye-opening thing was, he said, if this turns out to be something, you would not have known it until it was too late.
Crowley says there's more conversations around health risks than when he first started on the job. Westbrook's fire chief says he is currently in the middle of applying for the grants this year.
The least that we can do is make sure that they have equipment and that their protective gear is not going to cause cancer at the end of their career. And they were able to get it all with surgery, but
Chief Steve Sloan says doctors diagnosed him with skin cancer, suggesting he got it from the job. He says he gave everyone in his department a screening, and that took money out of his operational budget. He says in the future he will consider applying for a FEMA grant to cover the cost of those screenings because every so often they also need to set aside money to purchase fire equipment and gear.
some of the smaller communities that they might not have the financial means that the larger departments do, they rely on grants to be able to buy protective clothing for their employees, for their air packs, all those things that otherwise they would not be able to afford.
From one firefighter to the next, they say grants like this are critical to giving them safer equipment and health tests to help them come back to their families every day.
You kind of want to be there for them when those events happen. That family events are important.
Chief Sloan says these grants are critical because these safety measures cost more than what they would be able to purchase with their operating budgets alone, like buying PFAS-free turnout gear. In Portland, Sam Olson, News Center, Maine.
Sam, our thanks to you tonight in Portland.